Hi, this is Erica with Your Classroom Academy, and the strategy this week is layering learning, but making connections with your notes. So this can be done after students have had at least one round of rereading and revisiting and interacting with their notes. So you can kind of do this in junction with them adding questions, which is in the previous video, or you can have this as an additional layer happening after they've taken time to write questions. Totally up to you. So making connections is when they take the notes that you are reviewing and connect them to either previous notes from another class or from your class, previous day's notes, or they connect that learning to something that's happened outside of the classroom. So it really depends on the content that you're teaching and how relevant that content is to what might be happening in the real world, to their own personal lives, and make sure that they write those down in the margins or on sticky notes. You can have them add it to a separate page of notes if you want. It's really just dependent on how you're having them take notes and where you're having them take notes. A complaint that I hear from teachers is that all of these revisiting of the notes takes a lot of time and they don't have time for that in their classrooms, which is totally fair. You all have enough to teach. And I would suggest trying, again, use it as a warm-up, have it as a prompt on the board. Students walk in, pull out your notes from yesterday, reread your notes, and add one connection to a previous day's notes or to another class or the real world. So just having it as something that they're doing as they're settling in, you're taking role doing something else, or having it as an exit ticket as homework if you give homework. So having it happen during those moments in class was kind of like loose minutes that it's not necessarily outside of your class period, but they're not minutes that are like strictly planned and utilized. So just thinking about those minutes. Or during a lesson, during a lecture, everybody needs breaks. So take a break, a pause, and have it happen during those minutes using that 10-2-2 model that I mentioned before. So 10 minutes of direct instruction, pause for 2 minutes, have them go back individually, reread, revisit, interact with their notes, and then 2 minutes to connect with a partner quickly. And how do they interact? Sharing that with their partner.
Subscribe to my Substack for more strategies, resources, tips, and tricks.